Alright, I want to show you now one more test here. This is another stove that I have. Jets are a little higher than the last one. I think I showed this one a minute ago. I'm not sure if I did a video on this today or not, but 60-degree water, 2 cups. About an ounce of fuel in here. This one weighs 20 grams, so not the super light that we've been working on the rest of these here. Getting a little bit more weight to the stove. Just a little wind blossoms it all. And then of course I want to center that up on this and press start. Now this pot is a little different than your normal pot in that it has these heat cores that absorb the heat and transfer the heat from below up above. So you can barely see the flame on this one. That's because it's all stuck in those heat cores. Looking to see, the flames really haven't started pushing out to their full extent right now, and I believe that's because the coldness of the pot has caused the flames to come down slightly. I think that only takes a minute. Alright, I don't know when I started that. So now it's at 5 seconds from that point. We'll have to check the clock here and see on the camera when I actually started it. As far as ultralight goes, this pot would not be considered ultralight, I don't believe. It's, I think, 1 liter pot are 900 milliliters, somewhere in that range. Comes with a very large lid that can be used as a skillet. I got it at an REI garage sale. That would be why there's an X on the lid. I picked the stove and the lid and windscreen that comes with it and an actual propane stove up. All this came with it for, I think it was $35 at an REI garage sale. It was used. The stove has an auto ignite on it. It uses the butane, or butane propane mix canisters. And I have done videos on just that stove if you want to see how that works. It is the fastest stove that I have. Can boil 2 cups of water in this pot with that butane gas stove in about 2 minutes and 50 seconds. That is literally the fastest stove that I have, or that I own, and it is manufactured by Primus. The flames are now fully extending out into that heat exchange, transferring the heat up. You can see the perspiration all the way around the pot now. It is obviously heating up very fast on the inside to cause all that perspiration. I'm going to see if I can't move the camera just for a second here to show you guys something interesting about this. I want to be able to see the underside. Then on that one, and let me close that and come down underneath it here, just so you can see how that looks. The flames come out and they hit right on the heat exchange there. So this stove could not be with jets any higher. It would not work for this particular device. Sorry, that's so jerky. We'll get back to our center point here. There we go. Up to 140 degrees. We have at least 3 minutes and 30. I'm thinking more like 4 minutes and 30 because I don't know when I pushed that button. I forgot my penny for my penny stove. open up the garage door again. I'm getting a lot of fumes in here, and I think I need to open up and just clear the air a little bit. That shouldn't have casted too much of a shadow or light on here. It is dark out now. But that'll clear some fumes out of the basement a little bit. Sometimes you run into a bottle of heat that just has a little bit of odor to it. I don't know if that's because they're older and they've been sitting on the shelf longer. I do believe that it also affects the burn time of the fuel. So sometimes when you get a stinky bottle of fume, it burns funny. You can smell it. It's good to just try and use that up for practice and not take it hiking with you. And it is always a good thing to, just before you go hiking, to try to get a fresh bottle of heat. Because when it doesn't stink, it tends to burn a lot better. I'm not sure what that smell is and why it smells like that, but that is the case sometimes, it seems like to me. The flames died out. At 207, the temperature is not going higher because the flames died out. And we have 8 minutes on our clock currently. I'm thinking that's more like 9 minutes because of the time extra. Obviously I didn't put enough fuel in here to get this thing up to 212 degrees. So this was not the stove for this pot, I guess.